The Good Neighbor policy was established on March 3, 1933 by Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was determined to improve relations with Latin America. This relation with the U.S.'s neighbor was especially important at the time when conflicts in Europe and the Pacific were rising. During the 19th and 20th century, the U.S. periodically used military intervention to protect its interests and coerce governments into compliance in Latin America. However, the Good Neighbor policy was based on the principles that nations should not intervene in the affairs of others and that their relations should be mutually beneficial. In 1933, the president's administration adopted an isolationist position towards Latin America. In 1934, the 1903 treaty with Cuba was repealed. This treaty was based on the Platt Amendment, which gave the U.S. the right to interfere in Latin American affairs and gave the U.S. claim to certain territories. Then the U.S. began withdrawing all troops stationed in Latin America, and by 1934 there were none left. One main goal of the Good Neighbor policy was to increase trade and strengthen U.S. Influence in Latin America. One method through which this goal was achieved was Pan-Americanism, which was the movement to encourage cooperation between the states of Americas in common interest through diplomatic, political, economic, and social means. In the end, support for the U.S. foreign policy in Latin America increased greatly. It is even said that by the end of World War II, Latin America was the region of the world most supportive of American foreign policy.